Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream with Mint Markets. Today we have Wednesday the 26th. We had already had a substantial move lower today. Let's switch right to the economic calendar. We have core durable goods we had at 130, and we have moved downwards already so far. At the very beginning, let me remind you that all being said and shown here is my personal opinion and no trading or investment advice. Please do not risk real money on anything being said or shown here. You might lose real money. I will try to find trades and do analysis right in front of you live. And we will start right into it very soon. We have already missed some substantial move to the downside, but I will still see if I can find anything. So far, let's see what we get. We have our opening range gap here shaded in pink, which is the gap between yesterday's close and today's opening at 9:30. We have our first presented fair value gap here at 9:35, and we have already made a huge move lower, have taken basically a lot of sell side liquidity out already. So my targets are already eliminated here, 20,400 and lower 20,360 approximately. And let's see if we can still go lower and take out some lows, or if this is already enough. Difficult market right now, in my opinion. Since I don't want to chase price here, we have our opening range is already set here. Opening range started high is here, and our opening range low is here, and we're inside the opening range still. Fair value gap we have here at 957. Not sure what I should do with this market here. I don't have a clear view yet. Let's see what we get, but right now I have no clear bias. And no trade entry here, since I'm not confident enough to say where it's likely going to go. It can retrace, it can go lower. We have sell side liquidity here, and we could possibly retrace after this huge move lower. So two options, and I think I need to wait for more insight before I can take a trade here in these conditions. So far downside, PD arrays are respected. Body stopped right here. Also new day opening gap, price stopped here as well. So I think, if I gun to my head, I think it's a little bit more likely that we go lower still. So currently I'm basically looking, I think we have a slightly higher chance to see lower prices still, but we will see. No setup right now for me. I need more displacement first before I can take action. Let's look at the 8:30 opening price here. On a 5-minute basis. All right, 5:30 we have here. 5:30 opening price we can delineate here. And then we also will annotate our midnight opening price, which acts as premium and discount for me. Midnight open here. So we are in a huge premium, in a huge discount already. So it's too cheap to sell here, in my opinion, right now. Price is just too low from, in my opinion, to take a short right now. But we can see if we find some displacement, something to enter. I will see if there's anything if there's any good setup with a low risk reward setup we can enter. So far we have taken liquidity out again and rejected quickly. So this is not a very bearish sign here. And preferably I would prefer to get a long setup. I would feel much more confident to take a long at some point here than to take a short here in the discount. Feels like chasing price here, even though we can go lower for sure. In terms of today, we are already sold off. We have already sold off. It needs to give me a good setup for me to short. I want to do something, but I need to be careful that I'm not doing something with low probability here. Just because I want to do something. If you are watching and if you have any questions or any comments, let me know in the chat. All right. I can see it roll over here, but there is no setup worth taking at the very moment. Fair value gap here. So far it respected that. So far it looks good and it looks bearish. Nothing to engage for me. This could have been a short here. In hindsight, fair value gap, second fair value gap so far, respected it. Have we taken out this low yet? Not really. My impulsiveness wants me to take a short here. Don't think this is a very good idea. Since it feels like chasing price here, even though I think it might go lower from here still. Very indecisive. Very indecisive right now. Nothing convincing I see yet. To feel confident, it really would need to fall out of bed pretty soon. But it's very choppy so far. No real displacement, no fair value gap to enter, except one this here. It's crawling down. How many handles is it? From here to here. Difficult situation to be in here. Probably not ideal for streaming. Not a level where I'm willing to take trades, so hard. Don't want to force it either. Let us check the daily highs and lows. We have a daily low right here, all right. Daily high, the next one is downstairs, down there, so nothing really. We are in the daily fair value gap here, just entered the daily fair value gap here. So if we go lower, ideally we should see some magnitude and speed to the downside here. Might see that. It's crawling lower, slowly and slowly. Taking out sell side liquidity. Looks heavy. I think should be a short here, but just no real entry I'd like to take. Let's see. Potential downside targets are first downside target reached. We have a old opening range gap high. We have a midpoint and we have the old daily, a new week big opening gap here. So that's a potential downside target if we really go lower now from here. I'd like to go short, but I do not get a entry I like. There is just no fair value gap forming I like. What a pity. Would have liked to see some displacement here. I would have taken a short probably. And now it's just melting down without me on board. Not nice. Old first presented fair value gap here. We can watch this, if this acts as inversion here. No entry at all. Okay, taking a short here as inversion fair value gap here, as inversion first presented fair value gap here. And I'm going to target very bad risk reward entry, very bad. This was a bad entry. I disrespected the inversion fair value gap, the first presented fair value gap right here. So I'm rather taking a small loss here. Stupid, but was a very bad, impulsive trade entry. I regretted it. Has too much upside here still. Just wanted to chase it here. Bad decision. Bad decision here. Too much fair value gaps here. So what we can watch is this volume imbalance here. Let me short here again. Oh man. Probably another bad decision here. Going to sell another one here. Entry at the volume imbalance here. So what I'm monitoring here now is this fair value gap here. Let's see how it reacts here. Give the trade some room, doesn't want to be stopped out right here unnecessarily. Ideally we see some reaction lower here. Take profit will be the low. Take profit will be midpoint here. Want to see a sharp move lower ideally now. Off this 5-minute fair value gap here. Don't like the reaction here too much. Thinking about the partial close here. Have 2 contracts on. Let's see. Not good so far, the reaction here. For me. Should have stayed out probably. Very, very bad. Was too impulsive. I just felt like FOMO. I didn't want to miss anything. Was not a good entry. Very much in a discount. Very, very much in a discount. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Let's see how we react here in this 5-minute fair value gap. Now I have to wait. Do we have an immediate rebalance here already? No. Could not touch the low. Could not 100% touch the low here. Want to see a sharp reaction lower from here ideally. Yeah, it's like 50-50 now. It needs to drop here quickly if we go through this hard. That's not a good sign. Wanted to see reject from here. Just go lower. Very, very uncomfortable trade to hold since my entry was stupid. Very bad reaction so far. All right, I think a good trade. Not a good trade. Feeling really, really uncomfortable in this trade. I think I'm going to close one partial here at least to minimize the risk. One partial closed. And I will put the stop lower here. Let's see. Now I will just let the trade work. Not happy with the trade as of now. Don't copy this one, guys, if you're watching this. Let's wait. Ideally we hold ground and go lower from here right away. Don't want to see it like go higher and close above this fair value gap here. That would not be ideal. Ideally it goes lower, it rolls over from here. That's what I'd like to see, and draw towards this low here, upper quarter of this old opening range gap. Next we have the midpoint, and at some point if we really go lower we have here a new day opening gap, an old one. That's what I would be target for a trade. Now let's see, have a 1-1, almost 1-1 risk to reward trade here, and we will see if it pans out in our favor. Still not feeling very happy with my entry and with the trade, just managing it now, but there are better setups, better trades, better days to execute on. Just gotta deal with my decision now. Would not recommend, not highly recommend to copy this very specific trade here. Would be nice if it just rolls over here now. We will see. On the higher time frame it still looks very heavy. but there is room for retracement. We have taken out the low. We might see a run higher. We have a breaker, high, low, higher, high. We might go lower, but we might also retrace back into this fair value gap for a stop run and then go lower. So might just stop me out here and still go lower after at some point. So far the reaction is not ideal, but it's just time distortion. We have the next algo window in 8 minutes, full hour macro. So maybe we'll find some speed or movement during that time here. And we are waiting, still waiting for more insight. Let's see. Ideally it needs to roll over from here. If we go sharply higher and close higher, that's not a good sign. I want to see it roll over right from here. Just lose ground here and take out this low. That would be ideal. Let's see what we get. 5 minutes until the next macro window is forming here. Come on, move, that's boring. Move a little faster. So far, so good. Stop will be there to do the job. So far, so good. have our midpoint level here. Would be ideal if it goes through the midpoint here. And if it does not respect the midpoint, so I want to see it go through this candle's wick midpoint with magnitude and speed, should be ideally closing below this midpoint here. Again, the entry was not really good here, but so far looks like it's turning in towards our favor. Hopefully. We need to wait. Nothing we can do. Just gotta wait. 2 minutes until the macro starts. Macro just started. Still fell short of the 50% level. So we need to see if it can make it through. Small little volume imbalance here on the 15-minute time frame. Back into this fair value gap here. So now it needs to reject. Alright guys, I think there's nothing really for me to do a show anymore. I will leave the trade on like it is. Stop out or take profit probably, or maybe at least as of now. So far the reaction is not ideal, but I think I will close the stream soon and we will just see what happens with the trade after. I don't really want to babysit this trade. Okay, this reaction is not good. Looks like a stop out is more likely now. Looks like that's not good. That's the worst reaction possible. So might get stopped out on this one here. Back into this opening range here. We can wait a little bit longer. Anyways, should have stayed out today with these trades. I'm not happy. Bad decisions. However, if you like these kind of live streams, the live analysis, the live trades, if you like me to continue doing this, I would highly appreciate it if you give the stream a thumbs up, if you subscribe to the channel. It would be a huge motivation, help me to grow this small little channel. I will close the stream now and I see you tomorrow. Let's see how the trade pans out. You have my stop and you have my take profit, and let's just see. We don't need to babysit it, basically. Wish you all the best, have a good day and see you next time. Bye bye.